Swear. Way to wake up the dog.
Oh,
we need to get one of those slapsticks, those electric things.
Right.
No, it's just Alex Belching. Hello, guys. Welcome.
Just repassed.
That's probably explains a lot. Welcome back to our podcast, Sources Unknown. I am your host, Ethan.
Very mad.
And
Alex the Phallist. I really need a better name, you assholes.
And
hey, he's the one who came up with it.
Dick.
Carl.
Yep, Carl.
So we're gonna introduce our friend Reed.
No, it's Carl.
We're gonna introduce our friend Carl.
Oh, got my shoulder sore now.
You're getting
Watch
old.
my drink.
My Diet Dr. Coke.
When
It
you
enhances
just
the flavor.
when you just sneeze and throw out your shoulder, you know you're getting old.
I got a dog. Never
So
mind,
Reed,
she's gone.
or Carl, I mean, what's your interest in, supernatural cryptids and your favorite cryptid and a little bit of information?
Closer, Reed.
Just as close
It's
as
Carl.
I can get.
Whatever.
I told you we needed. Oh, just sign up. We need to get a bigger table.
Yeah, we definitely need to get a bigger table.
If I stretch this out further.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of cord.
Yeah.
Because I can be like, hello.
Alright.
Turn it around, Reed. There you go. Turn it around. Actually, put it towards the edge. Actually, like how.
Ember's hiding behind Matt.
Oh,
for some reason.
hello,
What are you
Ember.
doing back here? Come here.
All right.
'Cause I was
There we
sitting
go.
up
Can you
in
hear
the
you fine?
trailer.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
You fine?
Yep.
All right.
I
can
just
hear you,
exist. I'm
you.
a comic relief.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Reed, introduce
That's all
yourself. Or Carl, introduce yourself.
They already know I'm Reed, so I mean, it's like you bounce between two names.
Okay. Well, introduce yourself. Why do you like
Well,
cryptids, paranormal, and your favorite cryptid?
we could call him the whale.
Just
Just
cool.
like-
Narwhal.
Narwhals? Yeah.
It's just
Narwhal.
cool.
Just call him Mr. Narwhal.
Yeah, Mr. Narwhal.
Yeah, Mr. Narwhal. There
Mr.
we go.
Narwhal. There we go.
Yeah, sure.
That's why he goes by on everything.
And then Ember just growled for no reason.
Wait, where are narwhals from?
The Arctic.
Yeah,
Arctic,
They're
okay.
Arctic Circle. They're all around. Like you can mainly find them up where Canada is,
Greenland.
top of the world, like
Greenland
the North
and
Pole
Iceland.
and Antarctica.
Parts
Okay.
of Alaska.
Probably like the Bering Strait, the part between Alaska and Russia.
The Asian Ocean.
Really cold waters, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like really cold.
Hey, there's
And I
some
mean
cold ass animals.
I mean colder than Mr. Freeze's testicles.
So,
kind of thing.
Reed.
Like
Now-
those aren't
now
even
do you find
balls.
them
Those
in-
are cubes.
Now do you find him
All
in the
right,
South Pole?
Mr. Narwhal, what's your
South and north.
favorite cryptid?
Mothman.
Got any information about Mothman?
I'm
Like,
sure
what-
everyone already knows.
Why do you like Mothman?
It's a mall.
And he's a man.
No, it just sounded cool.
Yeah.
Just one of those things where it's like, huh, what the hell is that about? You look at it and you go down this rabbit hole and you're just like,
I mean, he seems like a cool person. Like, like you could chill back, sit back, drink a couple beers.
I wonder if you can shine a flashlight if he's chasing after you, and if you just throw it down on the ground, if he just
He's
stops
gonna be
and
like-
goes,
Lamp?
Actually, I wonder if Bigfoot you could like sit down and drink like a couple like Coronas and like Budweiser with.
First of all, who's
Probably
drinking
not.
Corona besides your grandpa?
My aunt.
here we go, the great
Corona's
debate.
not bad, especially if you put like some salt on the rim and a lime in it. It's not terrible.
This dude is salt. I'm joking. Okay. I mean, you could probably chill out with him, crack up of a couple of cold ones.
Speaking of salt,
That's so nasty.
I've done it.
Why?
I've done it in every one so far.
Well,
This
guys,
is why we think you have issues.
this episode's a
We
special
scored
one.
higher.
Shut up.
Damn. Well, guys, this is a special one. This is like nearing St. Patrick's Day, so we're doing Celtic and Irish folklore. We might have a little bit folklore from America that's, Celtic in nature, but I don't really know much about Celtic. I know more about like Germanic folklore and stuff like that, like elves and trolls and stuff like that. Elves are the greatest threat to humanity. We should defeat the elves.
Okay,
Why are you
Alfred
looking at me?
Stormcloak.
Why are you looking at the short one when you say that?
Because you're a dwarf.
You're
So
a
exciting
dwarf.
with
You're not
you.
an elf. You're like half human and like half airy.
I don't understand that.
'Cause, well, I don't even know. Are dwarves technically humans? Like, they're short. Like,
Yes.
something like in the Middle Earth
Yes.
universe. Like in the Middle Earth universe, like, are they?
They would probably
Technically-
be the closest thing to humans besides, like...
A man fucked the hobbit, and thus the dwarf was created. I don't know.
I don't know.
and how hobbits are created by a dwarf and a...
How about
Just
we
get
talk
to the
about
subject.
So we're talking about Irish folklore.
Or copyright.
Alex, Matt, which one you want to do first?
I want to talk about the polka.
Talk about the polka?
Yeah.
This dude
I
that looks
wanna
like
talk
my
about
dog?
butterflies.
We're talking about the polka first.
Okay.
We're talking about
So apparently the polka is like their version of a shapeshifter.
So like...
Their skinwalker.
But it's not skinwalker, it's...
Are we technically all skinwalkers because we wear skins on us while we walk?
What you talking about? This is latex rubber.
That's gay as fuck.
That's kinky.
I just start unzipping.
So what does this polka dude thing do?
Shapeshift.
What does this
He's
polka guy
supposed to,
thing do?
He either brings good or bad omens.
Oh, so he's kind of like a wizard, I think. Right?
And he's,
You're a wizard, Harry.
mostly seen as a like black dog.
See, I bet you this guy's probably...
Talk more at your mic, Matt, when you're talking.
He's mostly seen as a black dog. He's just a cute little puppy.
Steve, I think he might be pretty chill to hang out with.
Other than like he's got monkey fingers and a dog body.
He has like 2 pairs of ears. He has...
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like you want to go like eat some butt.
Bro, what?
I don't know. But... So read about him.
The polka or
Puka. I guess. I don't know.
I'm guessing. I don't read Celtic.
You mean Gaelic? Well, Celtic Gaelic, yeah.
Are shape changers that are some of the most famous creatures in Irish mythos and folklore. According to Irish stories, they were said to bring either good or bad fortune to those who saw them.
Oh, so basically if you see him, you can either get $1 million or die.
That's what it sounds like.
So it's like getting hit by a car in a big city.
It's a 50-50 shot.
So this guy basically assigns, he's like, I kind of want you to die for like looking at me. Or, you know what? You're pretty chill. I'll give you like $1 million.
So here's $5.
So
you just see like a dog guy like, here, you want $5?
It also says they are particularly feared around harvest time when
fall.
they were starting to harvest crops. Because I guess if that means if he brings you good luck or bad luck, he could bring you an abundance of harvest,
Or bad
he
harvest.
or he can cause all your stuff to just die before harvest. That's pretty
Let me
scary
just spray
about
some
that.
weed killer around here.
Yeah, basically.
He's just walking around with like, weed killer. He's like,
He just has one of those backpack sprayers, and when he's just like
it's not just magic. It's just him spraying. He's like spraying like a flamethrower. He's like,
early form of Roundup.
Or he's just got gas up there.
yeah.
Oh,
The light keeps him away.
It's ghost.
He
He just saw Roundup. He's like, he just started like an infomercial with just him like, buy Roundup.
they are all,
oh my God, he's like the Menace commercial.
but saying they're most likely seen as a wild dog with red eyes.
But I had yellow in the picture.
Yeah, but it's saying right here red.
Maybe it's just whatever mood he's in.
Could be.
Right?
That would make sense.
Yellow would be like, yeah, I'm chill. Red would be
Well,
like,
could
I'm pissed
also-
off.
Yellow would be like could be something like he's moderate and just like neutral, but if you feel threatened, eyes glow red, and it's like a kind of fight or flight type of scenario.
But according to Celtic mythos,
Oh, you forgot to read this part. But
well, I'm not reading all of them.
could also take the form of a goblin or a human. So read this that goblin I was talking about. You remember? Found the tree.
Yeah, sure.
Go and catch you slacking behind the tree.
Reason to catch a goblin slacking behind the tree.
I'll let him finish. No, you finish up. I'll wait till you know.
According to Celtic mythos, they are often
Is that the orc crest? Yeah. How'd you get that?
written as an evil and bloodthirsty. Still, they are also tales of them warning humans of accidents or being harmed as protection.
Harnessed as protection.
Harnessed as protection.
So it's kind of like Mothman in a way.
Mothman.
Well, Mothman's either looked at as like Some people say he's a bad omen. Other people say he's like a warning.
Yeah.
Like he shows up when he's
Oh,
about
that's
to
like
warn.
the that's like my other. I don't know if it's cryptid or not, or if it's a like urban legend or whatever. Have you ever heard of the Gray Man in like South Carolina?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
that he warns people. Like there is a story
Like,
of him.
incoming shit.
Here's a story of him warning a couple that was on their honeymoon in South Carolina, and they saw him. He came into the house, saw them, and they took it as a sign to get out. A day later, hurricane hit, and it was bad.
I never heard of that.
Yeah,
Really?
it's a really cool. We need to do an episode on that. But
That'd be kind of cool.
so who wants to go next reading something?
I guess you butterflies.
Yeah, I'll go with the butterflies.
I'll find another one we can go.
The message of butterflies, full of good luck.
Do that.
Yeah.
According to Irish mythology and folklore, butterflies are said to move between worlds and bring messages and warnings. They are said to be souls waiting to be reborn on Earth. This is perhaps why butterflies play such a prominent role in material culture today, with a wide range of clothes, stationery, and other goods becoming decorated with butterflies. Butterflies with dark wings are said to warn of bad news such as an attack or failed crop, while white and yellow butterflies were told to bring good news such as a birth or success. I kind of wonder if this has ever like if like America has like transformed like the butterfly warnings into. Have you ever heard of like when a bird gets in your house, it means someone's going to die?
Yeah.
Or a bird hits your window. Yeah.
I wonder if like if it has some
Just the
relation.
American version of that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
What
from
if
my
another person runs into the window? Because I made that mistake one time. I didn't see
Did it have Windex?
I didn't see the glass. I didn't know the glass door was closed. So I ran into
That just
it.
means the window was too clean.
Yeah.
I mean,
really.
if
it was
my-
really clean because it fooled me.
from my understanding, Appalachia, where we're from, we're what's the thing?
What are you trying to come up with, bud?
The people who immigrated to Appalachia are either German, Irish,
Yeah.
or Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would probably explain why we have all
Some of
Folklore.
those folklores changing around.
yeah.
Intermixing with each other and be like, oh yeah, like I'm from Scotland, so I have this. Oh yeah, I'm from Germany, so I have something similar to that, but we call it this.
I also wonder if maybe that transformed into the thing of how cardinals are supposed to be like dead relatives coming
Yeah.
back for a visit.
And
I kind of wonder if that has all culminated into
and like
something.
for some of me, like some of that, like I believe, especially with my grandpa, because he loved cardinals, and I swear I see one cardinal at least every day.
Yeah.
I see at least 1 to 2 at least every day.
I do too.
When I'm having like a bad day, I will see at least a couple cardinals. And I think it's like one a great aunt or my grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, it's my grandpa because
Yeah.
he died before I really ever got to meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
He wants to do.
See,
the
I wonder if some Celtic and like Germanic folklore kind of mixed together because, like I was saying,
probably
around like
And they just changed with like
because like what happened was
At least in like the United States, it probably mixed. Because like you said, the Appalachian, it was Irish, Scottish.
no, I'm talking about
Germans.
like ancient folklore. Like I mean, because like
Oh,
if
I
you look
guarantee
at
it.
like 1600 BC, that's when the Germanic people,
Yeah, I
West
guarantee
Scandinavia,
it. Yeah.
Kinda
Or
like-
especially when the Anglo-Saxons were in Ireland.
actually did some no stuff to the Celtic people,
So-
but
No, don't touch me there.
there used to be, Europe used to be full of Celts, but now it's like,
Yeah, so I mean, probably. Especially
Yeah.
like I said, when they moved around, like, there was Romans in England.
oh yeah, Britannia.
Yeah,
At the
and
time.
then there was Anglo-Saxons in Ireland.
makes sense.
What do you mean?
There was Anglo-Saxons in Ireland, dude.
Yeah, but they're originally from, Denmark, northern Germany.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
When they got on a long ships and sailed to England and basically said, "Mike, not my
Buddy,
land now."
you need to borrow a hearing aid from Michaela, or at least a few brain cells.
Damn.
Both.
Hold on, Matt. You scored higher than me in the test, so I want to even go there.
Yes, but at least they knew what I was talking about.
So what are you reading?
He's
next?
doing the mermaids
Okay.
one.
Mermaids and sirens.
Yeah.
All right. The myth of mermaids in southern Europe tells a fair-faced, beautiful woman. Irish legends of famous stories, however, describe the cold water mermaids as merrows, as pig-faced, sharp teeth. Damn.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think Matt has to do leprechauns.
Yeah.
I'm not doing leprechauns, damn it!
Yeah.
He's the shortest out of all of us. He has to do leprechauns.
Don't make me sing. Don't make me sing the Lucky Charms theme song.
Wait, is there like...
Magically delicious.
Heart
Cool.
stars, horseshoes,
Oh.
yellow red moon,
God.
hourglasses, rainbows, and tasty red balloons.
Copyright. Copyrighted.
It's 5 seconds, they're
Copyrighted.
fine. Okay,
You done
go
school,
ahead.
man.
We don't own the rights to that, but I'm just dumb and fat, so Lucky Charms.
In Ireland, mermaids would sometimes be referred as marrows. This term appeared in folk tales throughout the 19th century. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I've also heard to them referred to as Selkies too. Like, has anybody ever heard?
I think I heard of Selkie, but that's because
No, the only thing I've heard of is sirens.
I heard of Selkie, but that's from Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I've heard
I
that.
think.
Wait, are mermaids and sirens two different things? Or are they like...
Of okay.
Yeah, two different things.
One uses
Technically-
the sound of, or one uses, I think, sirens use song to attract their victims, while mermaids use their beauty. or
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. But do they do the same thing technically and eat people?
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
sirens, I think, are like bird women.
Yeah, because sirens originated in what? Rome,
Greece.
Greece. Okay.
The Mediterranean, pretty much, yeah.
A mermaid was said to be formed from, or formed when a woman was drowned. Oh, the drowned from Minecraft. Drowned in the creation of the Loch Ness or whatever. Reed, you pronounce that. You're.
A mermaid was said to be formed
Loch
when
Ness?
a woman was drowned in Loch Ness. They were also said to come ashore and have relationships with men before leaving them and returning to the sea.
She left me
So
with
they
my
were-
trousers down, smelling like a fish.
There you go, Gus. You guys go to Ireland if you guys want mermaid bitches.
Yeah, but no, like I said, I've heard to them referred to as Selkies, even in like some of the Irish like folk songs I listen
I
to.
wonder if there's any mermaid bitches in Potomac.
No, those are just crackheads.
Oh my god. That's terrible.
That is terrible. All right, Matt. There you go.
Y'all really gonna
There
get
you
into
go.
leprechauns?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, pixie. What's the difference between a pixie and a fairy?
I don't know.
They really gonna make me do the leprechaun.
One's bigger and one's
I'm just
smaller. I don't know.
He's just existing today.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that one.
There you go, Matt. Do that.
I hate y'all so
Yeah.
much. I hope y'all know that.
You're welcome.
Leprechauns.
Too loud.
Leprechauns.
There we go.
Leprechauns or leprechaun? Well, that's what that looks like.
Let me help you out. Let me help
Lisa
you with that.
Brogan.
Leith Brogan?
I don't know. Bragan.
Bragan? Something like that.
We're bad at pronouncing things. Don't mind us.
I don't. We don't. I don't know any. Celtic. or Gaelic.
Okay, so I'm just gonna refer to them as leprechauns. Leprechauns are a culture symbol of Ireland, with their names translated from shoemakers. They were said to roam Ireland before humans, with a unique hat and red hair. Read. In
Hold on. Stop. Wait.
what?
Touch your microphone real quick. No, not like that. Like, just touch the base here. Alright, we were just getting some weird interference.
It's the polka.
It's probably because
Hopefully he brings good luck to the podcast.
Please.
Yeah.
Let's pray to the polka.
Alright.
please, and he just teleports to our table. Hey guys, how you doing?
He's just like, he just looked like a tiny little dude.
Here's a new sound
He's,
music.
he's like 5 foot, and he speaks like a New Yorker accent.
Hey,
guys,
I'm walking here.
he's like, how you guys doing? You want something for your podcast? And I'm like,
Yeah,
sure,
can we get
man.
like $2,000?
all right, here you go. Wait, aren't you Irish? Then why do you sound like you're from New York?
I immigrated. You know I was over there on that Ellis Island. waiting, looking up at that big green Statue of Liberty.
Well, at the time it wasn't green. It's probably like copper.
Well,
I fucking hate
it's
you.
green now, so it's the green lady.
Ugh.
Oh, God. The fact I can do these voices, though.
You could do pretty. I cannot do any good accents. Honestly, though, I sound cringy.
Listen here,
on the
laddie.
mic.
I'll do my Irish voice if you want me to. We have the biggest farm over there.
All right.
I'm
I know what we're
I'm
gonna
not doing that. That's
I know
good.
what we're gonna hashtag that part when we make it a clip.
What?
Cringe.
Okay, speaking about cringe, like I do sound cringy in the mic for some reason.
Do you want me to finish talking about these leprechauns?
Yeah,
Yeah, talk about leprechauns.
But in oral,
Oral.
that says oral, right?
Yeah, oral tradition.
In oral tradition, it is still said that you can find their pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So if you visit Ireland, be sure to have a look and be careful though. Leprechauns may look friendly, but they'll mess you up. These little people have been immortalized throughout film stories such as Disney's classic Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
I don't remember.
Darby O'Gill.
Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Now, like, I wonder if you would find the leprechaun's pot of gold. I want to know if it's like the horror movie. Like, you try to find, like, he's gonna go after you and kill you if you don't have. Have you ever seen the horror movie Leprechaun?
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
I don't know. I mean, do y'all think the leprechaun could be real?
Maybe, but I also don't want to die.
I mean, there's one set next to you, apparently.
Yeah. We got Matt.
But like, I wonder though if you would actually find his pot of gold and take it, he would like actually come down and hunt you down and be like,
I
"Give
don't
me
know.
the gold."
I've heard that, like, if you find your pot of gold, they'll grant you, like, almost like a genie, they'll grant you a wish if you return it.
I want your pot of gold. That's what I want.
I want half of your
Actually,
pot of gold.
I wonder. Like, here's the thing. Just say that you find the pot of gold from the leprechaun, and he's like, "Here, I'll grant you a wish," and you're like, "All right, a wish for your pot of a wish. Okay, a wish for half of your pot of gold." But me and you, we're gonna go into a business together.
You just make a business deal with the leprechaun.
Yeah, you make a business deal with Leprechaun. Be like, we invest your gold into like
NFT.
You see this little picture? You could own it.
and like, just tell the Leprechaun, be like, hey, we'll invest half of your gold into NFTs.
NFTs.
We'll invest your gold in NFTs, and we can make a good profit off of it. And he's like, oh, sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And you're like,
What
yeah,
kind
it
of
does.
profit are you talking about, laddie?
Instead of making gold, we can get Bitcoin, which is basically your gold, but like thousands of more. And he's like, I'd like to hear
Even though
this.
it's like gone down from like 48,000, like I think it was at like 50,000 at its peak, and now
Yeah,
it's
I think
down to,
it's
like
gone down.
23,000.
I think it was like, I thought it was like 20,000, like 20,800 something. I don't know.
I know that it was pretty high, and then it plummeted really fucking hard.
I mean, if we can like con a Leprechaun into giving us his gold, then we invest in Bitcoin and be like, hey, you get like a big return back. And if he's like, well, is it? Then we'll just tell him it's American money, and he's like, okay.
We just
We'll just tell him like it's still backed by gold.
just tell him don't invest in like crypto zoo.
Invest Listen, invest in Amazon. Just be like, hey, bud, invest in Amazon and Tesla.
Long, Big Paul Jones be like,
Oh, now we're gonna have to box him. Fuck.
Damn.
Alex, I think if you get spinach, right, and you put like some salt in it.
What
You-
am I,
you-
Popeye?
Yeah, you'd be like Popeye. You get like a little, put some salt in your
You know,
spinach.
I'm
you'd
the
be
one
like,
who will eat raw spinach out of us.
No, I'm Pot Spy.
Ah,
That was terrible.
no, your pot's eye.
Well, yeah, we could just call it Leprechaun. I mean,
So who do we want to read next? Who do we want to read next?
My boy's replaying Resident Evil 8 right now,
Actually,
so
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
sending him shit like this.
what you do is you get the Leprechaun, you give him a wish, and be like, hey, that's what I want for a wish.
Real life Lady Dimitrescu.
Is that what you're wishing for? You
But-
just want an 8-foot tall vampire mommy?
She's 9'9".
She's 9'9".
She is 9'9", and she's also in heels.
That's a tree.
And I am
That's a mock
5'2", and I
crap.
would climb that.
You're a squirrel. You're a squirrel? Find your tree.
No, he's like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I would nest in them titties.
This is why we need a pop culture podcast to talk about.
Oh,
shit,
Lord.
'cause we're stupid.
Yeah, we are. Oh, four-leaf clovers.
You
That's
want
pretty
to
cool.
read about that one?
Or
bud?
shamrock.
Do you
So
wanna-
who goes next? Whose turn is
Oh,
it?
I think it's your turn.
You.
Alright,
You
I'll
go.
talk about the Headless Horseman.
Because this is actually pretty interesting. Because you were at Sleepy Hollow,
Yeah.
so this might be interesting for you.
Oh yeah, because like legit,
I
like
wonder
this.
how it came.
Because when I was in Sleepy Hollow, like I saw, we went through this like one museum. They're like, oh yeah, like the actual story of like Ichabod Crane that was like made up, but the actual legend of the Headless Horseman is legit real. It's like based off.
And it's probably from Ireland.
Probably.
Well, I mean, right there.
Well, I mean, the Headless
Alright,
Horseman
so
was a Hessian
The next one that
soldier,
I'm
though.
going to talk
Oh,
about
she's
is the Dullahan
Deutsche.
or Dullahan, the terrifying tale of the Headless Horseman. This fairy is known in this.
He's a fairy.
Yeah, it says fairy.
No, man, that's messed up.
Hey, Alex.
Wait, how? So this is fairly known in Irish mythology and folklore as a headless rider on a black horse carrying their head in their arms.
Oh yeah, it's apparently this is how like jack-o'-lantern started.
Really?
Yes.
What do you mean?
So
I heard about this too. Yeah.
His name was Jack, right? And the devil came for him. He was like, "All right, turn into a coin, so I can buy one last drink." So the devil turned into a coin. He put him in his pocket next to a crucifix. He was trapped. He said, "All right, give me 10 more years on Earth." Came around again. He was like, "All right, I forget what he was, but he turned into something else. Trapped him next to a crucifix again. The third time, he was like, "Yeah, I'm not taking you." But he's like, "I don't want to leave Earth." He's like, "Okay." So he became basically what like jack-o'-lanterns, now are.
Really?
Like the devil left him on Earth, but he took his head. So he's constantly looking for his head. So you will see him
We'll
run.
have to research this more during like Halloween time.
You'll
'cause
see him
this would be cool.
You'll see him roam around with a jack-o'-lantern with the candle looking for his head. Because the devil took his head and hid it for the 3 times that he's trapped the devil.
Huh. That's cool.
It's like, take this.
I'm grabbing a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
So he was said to ride fast through the counties of Down and Sligo, and if he suddenly stopped, it meant that someone in the community was due to die. The legend gave inspiration to the character in Sleepy Hollow, played by Johnny Depp.
Oh.
Now you're equipped with a knowledge and myths of legends and of Irish folklore. Okay, that was the end of that article. They didn't go into much. This was a bad article. I didn't go into much of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's just some other ones. What? Oh, sorry, Matt. I went to your files. Oh, I want to go.
Look at his history.
Oh yeah, I want to go look at Matt's history. Let's go to Google real quick. Let's add another.
Oh, this is cool. The death coach of Ballyduff.
Walmart, Domino's.
The story of the death coach of Ballyduff is from Irish folklore. It's about one man's frightening experience of seeing the Costir Bodar, the death coach. All over Ireland, not only do we listen for the sounds of wailing banshees, but we will also be on the lookout, fearfully so, for the Costa Bohar, the Irish, or the deaf or silent coach. It is more commonly known as the death coach. It is said that if the death coach is upon us or someone we know, mainly a family member, then it cannot return from where it's been without a passenger. The most famous film version of it, from the magnificent Darby O'Gill and the Little People, when King Brian tricks Darby into leaving the Costi Bohar. Every time it comes up, I'm just gonna say death coach because it's gonna be easier, and I'm not gonna butcher it. Leaving the death coach. Still to this day, I can't hear the term death coach without conjuring up images of the Dullahan, headless horseman, calling to Darby to enter the death coach from that film. All over Ireland, you will hear plenty of tales about the death coach, but this particular story takes place in Ballyduff. It actually came via a correspondence from Colum, who sent it to Mr. T.C. Crocker, who included it in the book Fairy Legends of Southern Ireland.
Mr. Crocker?
The death coach.
Godparents.
The death coach of Ballyduff. One fine summer afternoon, Michael Doone was walking into Ballyduff to collect a pair of shoes he had left with a cobbler. His way took him on the towpath alongside the river past the now derelict Halen Mill. To Michael's surprise, he could hear a clear as a bell the sound of the huntsmen and hounds at Matt's. Hold on, it's picking that up really loud.
Sorry, Ember.
The hounds at full cry, even though he knew couldn't be true, as the Della hounds formed in the 1755s were the oldest continuous hunt hounds in Ireland and were a totally different area. The fear took the place of Michael's surprise when he heard the unmistakable click-clack.
You're taller than me.
When he heard unmistakable clack of the mill's mechanism working, and it had been deserted years previously. He ran as though the hounds were chasing him all the way into Ballyduff. Upon reaching the cobblers, a breathless but relieved Michael met his old friend and neighbor, Darby Hines. Darby was carried by trade, wishing to wait for his nephew to get to town. He asked Michael to take his horse and cart home. Michael was only too happy to assist, and certainly didn't fancy the walk home past Hanlon's mill, especially as it was getting dark.
Feels like you got creepy out.
So what it looks like, so I don't have to read all this because it's pretty long. It's apparently a coach that it comes in the town, and it won't leave to where it's been until it takes someone with it.
Okay.
So it's like a ghost coach
It's
or
like
something
a
like that.
ghost, like stagecoach.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy.
So.
Oh, that reminds me. That's another ghost story we could talk about. The Miller Church Road.
Car.
Yeah, the car. Yeah.
What?
We'll have to tell you about that at a later time.
Or it reminds me of the story.
Was it real scary?
It reminds
Sort of.
It reminds me
shit.
of the Devil's Car, like apparently in Russia.
Devil's car.
Yeah, it's like it's an old like KGB like style car, all blacked out.
It's like an old like Lotto or whatever. I think
Yeah.
that's what it's called.
But like it will roll in and like either bad stuff will happen or somebody will go missing.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's not like an actual
No.
agent doing it.
No. It's like Russia or like one of the places over there, but it's like
In Eastern European country.
yeah, it's it looks like an opal.
Because if you said it's like in a Soviet style type stuff,
That's pretty interesting.
if it's like Soviet, it could be like any Eastern European country. Because you got Belarus, Ukraine, Moldova, and things like that, of that nature.
Yeah.
So, Matt, what's your opinion on leprechauns?
We gotta ask the resident leprechaun his opinion on this spell.
Okay, well let's ask Mr. Normal over here. Now, apparently a legend of
You gotta get
leprechaun.
closer.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently a legend of leprechaun is if you find his pot of gold,
Hey,
he
you
will
knocked
give
over
you a
your drink.
wish if you return his gold.
You knocked over your drink. Right behind you.
Oh, right there.
It's just weird.
So apparently you get like a wish if you return his pot of gold. What would you wish for?
Did you really just give me a relapse on the Legend of the Leprechaun?
Basically. So what would you wish for, Reed?
To become Batman.
Actually,
That's easy. All I gotta do is kill my parents.
And train really hard.
that's
Train like you've never trained before. No, he'd be like Jason Todd.
Who's that?
Isn't it Red Hood?
Yeah.
Oh.
Joker apparently killed him, then he ends up becoming Red Hood.
Oh yeah. Red Hood's actually pretty badass.
There's a lot of things in the world that I wish for, but it's kind of hard to actually figure out exactly what.
Now, Reed, I know that you hate the Leprechaun. Well, you don't really hate the Leprechaun
Why you hate me, bro?
horror movies.
What? No, I never said I hated him.
Well, you hate Leprechaun in space.
Well, that one's just dumb.
Okay,
That's like Jason X.
If I'm allowed to go on a rant here, the thing about these horror movies that came out in like the 80s, like they got their footing in the 80s, like the first Friday the 13th, or let's go to 1978 with the first Halloween. The first ones work better, but I feel like sequel after sequel, it starts trailing off. Like
it starts getting much more poopier.
Let's take Friday the 13th for example. I think it should have ended at part 4.
And then it went all the way to like Jason in space.
Since people got upset with how part 4 ended, they wanted to redo it and end it their way to make everyone happy, but it didn't work. So the rest of those movies were just people trying, or the directors trying to fix it. Then they go to Jason X, which makes no damn sense. Being like, hey, we're on a space. Well, how did Jason get in space? Oh, well, since the Earth was ravaged by, I forget, some plague or some foliage, we decided to cryogenically freeze him on a spaceship. Why would you do that? And then we got Leprechaun, the first one. That was great. The both Leprechauns in the hood.
Leprechaun and Hood is actually pretty good.
The both of those were funny. Leprechaun in space was stupid.
It was pretty stupid.
Yeah. I'm surprised there wasn't no Halloween in space.
I'm waiting for that.
Nah, that's scheduled for 2025.
I mean, they got Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Well,
Season of the Witch I didn't find bad, though.
It's not bad. My pet peeve about it is, why consider it a Halloween movie if it has something to do with Michael Myers, except for a little Easter egg for the first Halloween trailer on the TV.
Well, apparently his mask was supposed to be a silver shamrock mask.
Yeah, but that's it.
But like they never.
And then they never specified.
They never come back to that ever again.
Yeah. So basically, stupid. They mentioned Michael and
Basically.
Corey, you're next.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, so now we just need like Chucky in space.
No. Cause like
they got Megan. That's close enough.
Yeah, there you go.
The newer Chucky or the new Child's Play movies that are coming out. Well, he is a freaking
robot.
Wait, are they having?
Yeah, he's a toy with the safety features. Also, wouldn't be surprised if he got launched into space and all of a sudden he's colonizing the moon.
Okay, so here's the thing though. If Chucky, so Mark Hamill plays Chucky, right?
Yeah.
And he's in space. Mark Hamill's also Luke
Oh, God,
Skywalker in space. So Chucky, also Mark Hamill versus Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker is Chucky in space.
Luke Skywalker's Chucky.
He's gonna fight Grogu.
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
My film picture slowly falls apart.
What's your background about shamrocks? You know anything about that? Like the myth.
3-leaf, 4-leaf, 8-leaf. Well, believe it or not, I think it's the 4-leaf isn't associated with luck at all. It's just,
oh really?
No, from what I heard and from what Red was told, it was the only reason why people consider 4-leaf clover, you're lucky. It's only because they're really rare to find. If you find it, oh wow, you're pretty lucky to find one. They're really hard.
So basically, this is pointless.
Technically, the Irish symbol is a 3-leaf clover. And
yeah. Because if you look at the Irish
it represents
the Irish harp and
the Father, the Holy Spirit, or the Holy Trinity, or something. It's
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Catholics.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
That makes sense. So basically, it wasn't really much.
So it'd be Father, Son.
No, it's the chair.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Okay. Eventually, evil gods. Yeah.
You gotta read below that one, because it's there.
Oh, the 3-leaf clover is initially a feature of Celtic mythology. It was important in Irish legend and in the spread of Christianity. What are you doing?
Oh, if you were gonna read.
Okay, no, I'm fine right here.
Oh, okay.
You can turn it back. But so you're right, Rita. It eventually became a symbol of Christianity. It concerns St. Patrick, as he tried to educate the Celts on the Holy Trinity, but they could not understand what he was trying to say to them. St. Patrick saw a clover before him and decided to use it to explain the three strands of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit as one. The Celts finally understood what he meant. Damn it keeps on doing that. Meant, and that's how Shamrock became so important to Irish history and social tradition. So it's like, this means this, and this, and we're like, oh, I don't understand. It's like, bro, how you not understand?
All right, look at this little green thing. Here, and here. Ah, we got it.
That's what you mean. The plant.
Got it.
Well,
Plants.
not the plant, but
and it's like, Wally,
you get the point.
Plant.
So the plant is no, it's the. So the plant is not God. No, that's.
What?
Listen here, you little shit.
I'm symbolizing the plant. Oh.
So plant God. No.
No, that's not what I'm saying. He's like,
God is green?
He's
no.
No.
and St. Patrick, and he's like, damn it, I tried the egg thing with the Vikings, and look how that turned. That worked a lot better.
So you have the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Do I have
One.
to forget one?
As one. Oh.
So it's
So
all the
plant God.
plants.
No. Fuck.
not all the plants.
Why could I see how that happened?
Reed,
I could see that happening too. That would
you
be
know more about the
hilarious.
St. Patrick legend about the snakes and stuff. I don't really know much about that.
It was a metaphor.
He drove the devil out of Ireland. That's why
Yeah.
there's no snakes in Ireland.
Oh.
It's a metaphor.
Oh, it's just a metaphor. I thought there was like a legend behind that.
No,
There's
like
no
when
snakes in
people-
Ireland.
No.
Really?
It was a
There's no
metaphor about
natural
Satanism.
snakes in Ireland. Only as pets.
Yeah.
But other than that, there has never been naturally found snakes in Ireland.
Actually, I didn't know that was true or not. I heard of it, but I'm like, was it actually true? But
Yeah.
I never really cared to do a Google search because I'm like,
Seriously, other than like finding them as pets in like pet stores, you don't find them wild in Ireland.
huh.
I don't know
Unless
if
you
it's
fed
just
the two pets out in the wild.
I don't know if it's just because it's like
But
because it's always like cold in Ireland.
but you get Florida man being like, I got an anaconda.
Okay, well let's be honest. Florida is just a real life Jurassic Park.
Well, I guess you could technically say that. Well, apparently they're gonna bring back mammoths.
Yeah,
And, like,
in like Siberia.
Yeah, and like
Siberia.
thylacines. There you go. But like you know in Ireland you're gonna get some like guy that's like another Florida man be like, I got this anaconda, I'm just gonna release it out in the wild.
Yeah, Florida's just a real life Jurassic Park.
Ireland becomes like Florida if you get a Florida man in there.
No, but you got the IRA.
Yeah.
So, what is Ireland just the Kentucky of the British Isles?
Wait, what? Kentucky?
Yeah,
What's the metaphor? Like what?
Alright, we're at 41 minutes, by the way.
the IRA and all that. You know,
Oh. So
You got
you
it.
think we shouldn't though for 40 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
2 minutes is good.
this was
Alex, sit your butt down, and we're gonna end this.
Can you use the clicker? Do I need to like get it pause it?
Did you?
I need to
did
wait.
you turn on your Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you turned it on.
so this is it for Source Unknown. I'm your host, Ethan.
Matty Fatty.
Alex the Foulest. I'm really getting a better name next episode.
And
Mr.
Me.
Narwhal. And we'll be right back at the next episode. See you guys out.
ooh.
Okay, this is done.